everyone, and welcome to my show, Engelic Show. I am your host, Angelique Valentine Diva Everett. This is my getting to know episode of my show and YouTube channel. I am thrilled and got the opportunity to sit and chat with a wonderful, amazing, and good friend of mine, Miss Rhonda Frederick. Thanks, Rhonda.
Oh, Angelique, it's my pleasure. And I'm very honored to be asked to be part of your show.
Duh. She is a mom, was CEO and People Inc. She was I can't even talk. I'm on tongue. Sorry, y'all. Forgive me, though. Forgive me, y'all. Let me redo that again. Miss Rhonda Frederick. She is a mom, was CEO and president for People Inc. Oh, good. Oh, here we go. Hello, Rhonda. Welcome. And so glad to have you on my show and YouTube channel. It won't be the last.
Well, like I said, I'm thrilled to be here and happy to chat with you, Angelique. We've known each other a long time.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's been a while. So tell me about Rhonda.
Well, oh gosh. Well, thank you for that beautiful introduction. And I had the incredible honor to be an employee of People Inc. for 43 years.
Whoa.
I retired just back in April of 2023 after an absolutely joyous career. I started in 1980 at People Inc. as I worked at the Main Street ICF. I was I can't even remember what we called ourselves back then, but I worked in the group home and I worked a weekend shift. So I came in at 11 o'clock on Friday night and I worked till 11 o'clock on Sunday night. So I was there all weekend. We had a group of wonderful individuals that lived in the front house, and there was 4 women that lived in the back house. It was a supportive apartment. And I just thought the job was great. I was so happy to have it, and I learned so much. And I was able to move on in my work at People Inc. I was a social worker in what we used to call day treatment programs. I was an administrator in day programs. I've done development. I just had opportunities in so many places. And my last 8-9 years was as the CEO.
Whoa. That's well, first of all, 42 years, that's a lot of years.
Probably longer than many people listening to this, and you have been alive, yes.
Yeah, I agree about that, yes. All right. Well, you always say how many years you've been with People Inc., so we don't even have to ask this question. So I'm going to avoid this question.
Okay.
And I'll just skip to when you said that you are retired. So and the only reason why I wanted you to be on my show was because I found out that you had retired.
Right.
And Jim basically was like, I think you better wait until after she retires to have her on your show.
Oh.
I'm like, that's a good idea. So that's what I did. And I've been warning you and warning you and warning you. And Noelle was like, well, send her a message through Facebook. She is on Facebook. And then when I sent you one, it said that it failed. I'm like, what? I said, I don't think she's on Facebook. For some reason, she did not get my message. Until I bumped into you at GD guy. I'm like, you know what? I was like, she's here. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't know why they failed, but I was so happy to run into you and run into so many people at DD Day up in Niagara Falls a couple months ago. And again, I know of your show. I know of all the great work you've done, Angelique. I think back to, I knew you at City Cap. You
Yeah,
did some presentation.
I actually miss City Cap. I missed it. I really hope I go and visit them again. So,
Yeah, yeah, that was a great program. And then you and Shanita did your work together,
oh
um,
yeah.
and your design work. And I watched that, and I know I had you speak at a couple of things that I did through People Inc. And then I've just watched you grow and blossom and do so many absolutely incredible things. And, I saw you a couple times during COVID on the screen. Fortunately, we had that period of time where nobody saw anybody, but got to see you on the screen and keeping in touch with people. And your incredible publishing career as an author and reading to various groups and talking to them about the message of your book, which is so important that people hear that and hear that from you.
Thank
A lot
you.
of times, they talk about, okay, I was with People Inc. I could talk, but you can tell your story so much better than I can because it's your story and it's what you feel and what your life was. So that book was so incredibly impactful. And I know I shared it with my family and the younger kids in my family, and happy to see it in libraries and so schools see it. And I think it's a lesson that everybody needs to hear. It's a story that everybody needs to hear and really think about. And we need a gentler, kinder world. And Olivia learned that, right?
I definitely agree about that because just a couple of months ago, I found out that someone had committed suicide on the news because of bullying. And he was triggered to his rights, and he was Puerto Rican. So I'm
Yeah,
like, that's just sad.
no, it's a terrible, terrible story. And I hope that, going forward, that other kids would step forward and help him and not let that happen to somebody. That was just an awful, awful occurrence.
Yeah, I just found out that I don't know if you know this person. Her name is Amy. She actually is a Palms interviewer,
Okay.
and she works with Noel. And she actually, when she heard about me, she interviewed me because she's a permanent interviewer. So I helped
Right.
her out. And when she found out I'm a book author, and she's a former teacher, she was a former teacher. Now she hooked me up with not one, but three different schools now to go into to read my book. I'm like,
Oh,
oh my
that
God.
that nothing more powerful than that, for you to be right there with those kids, reading the book, telling the story, and letting them hear and feel, and you're a real person, and how what they can do to help other kids, and what they can do to not bully. There shouldn't be, you know, that issue.
I
But
definitely agree about that.
yeah, if they see it, they need to report it. They need to, be friends and support everybody.
Even when they was bullying at City Cab, it's like people don't go. I'm not at City Cab, but they still communicate with me and tell me
Yeah.
about what's going on and stuff. I was like, hello, I'm not staff though. You used to go to staff,
No.
let staff know, and let Lisa know, because back then Lisa was the manager. But
Right.
I'm surprised Lisa's not there anymore. I was really shocked about that. And and they always come to me. I'm like, I'm not staff. What is staff? I'm not
Yeah.
there
But
anymore.
you did the right thing because you helped them. This is what you need to do. They felt comfortable coming to you, and you said, okay, what you need to do is talk to staff, and help people know what to do. And that's what you're good at. Very good
Yeah, I was like the ringleader when I was there. I'm like
at.
the referee. People talking to one another, talking. I'm like, hold up, no, 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 no.
Oh,
I'm like, really? Not, here we go.
Yeah. Well, you're the voice of reason. You see it and you can help, the two people find a common ground and learn to, and not everybody, I think we have to be real. Not everybody's going to be great friends, and that's okay. Just you have to respect everybody's opinions, everybody's talents, and, you know, find a way to to coexist. Don't have to be best friends.
I agree about that. There's a lot of people that I'm co-existing,
Yeah.
and we're not friends. So I
Yeah.
agree about that.
Yeah. Yeah. We all have those people in our life, and you just learn to get along, and you have to.
All right. Meanwhile, back
Mhm.
at the ranch,
Yes.
I'm not gonna make this all about me now. It's really all about you, and I'm getting to know you. All right, now where are we? Oh yeah. So how does it feel being retired from people like
Well, it, it it was really hard. I spent my whole life there, and the best friends I've made in my life are, people I met at the agency. Um, so it was hard to say, goodbye to those people. Hopefully it's not goodbye. It's just I'm not going to see you every day anymore. And you have to learn to kind of slow down and find other things to do. I like to be busy. So I'm very fortunate. I have a part-time job.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I went to work for West Her Automotive Group, and I'm the director of community giving and support. West Her has a very long history of philanthropic support in Western New York and Rochester, Buffalo, and now even into Syracuse. And so I get to talk to a lot of great people and organizations that are doing incredible work in Western New York that West Her supports. And the president of West Her, Scott Beeler, supports much of it individually. He has his own foundation. So he asked me to come on board and just to help him to coordinate things, make sure, where the company is giving is where they should be giving, and to reach out a little bit more in Rochester. That's a new, he's got some new dealerships in that area. So I work 2 or 3 days a week there, which is great. And then I have lots of days to do what I want to do and to do fun things like I'm doing today.
Uh, when you just said about you being retired, when I heard that you were retiring, I'm like, what? Right? Retire? What? I'm like, oh man, I'm going to miss Sarah, right? And then when me and Jim got to talking, I got to thinking about, I'm like, oh, I definitely want her on my show, all right.
Oh,
So I can finally get to see her smiling face.
oh, well, thank you. And it's been, it's been what, 4 or 5 months now, and I'm still getting used to it, but I'm going to spend a little bit more time in Florida. I have a small little condo down there, so I'm going to head out a little bit during the winter. Don't, if I
It's
never saw another snowflake, they'd be okay with me. So I'll do a little bit of traveling down there.
can't say nothing that much. We haven't had that much snow here in Buffalo, so I can't say
Well,
that.
boy.
So
Oh, Angelique, are you forgetting last Christmas? Oh, that
yeah,
big snow.
we had a bad snowstorm, and we didn't have just one. So
No, no. But unfortunately, Florida has, like they're having today, horrible hurricanes
uh,
and winds
yeah,
and flooding and those kinds of things. So they also have their share of bad weather. But in the winter, it's a whole lot warmer down there than it is here.
look at Hawaii, all those fires, all
Yeah,
those
yeah,
wildfires.
correct.
Now that's
Yeah, that's a paradise. That's a big, beautiful island in paradise. And in ours, it was, the whole city was, destroyed. So very difficult.
So it's a good thing you mentioned about West Herd in your part-time job because I have a question about that. So what do you do for West Herd?
Well, it's funny, every day is a little bit different. There's a lot of people that will come to West Her organizations and ask to support them. Really great organizations, places like Roswell Park Cancer Institute,
Oh,
Wings
I
of
love
Hope.
you.
Yeah, Wings of Hope, which is a program that will fly people if they need medical treatment, in New York or Boston and need to have specialized, they can't go on a regular plane. PATH, which is a program that deals with individuals that are, unfortunately victims of human trafficking. Yesterday, I was at the Boys and Girls Club of Orchard Park, seeing what they do. So I get to go to all these organizations and see what they might need, how West Her can help, and again, hopefully spurring lots of businesses and corporate um, members of Western New York to help these organizations. And the one thing that West Her has said is, people buy cars and get their cars serviced at West Her. The community has supported them as a business. They want to go out and support the people of Western New York too. So,
Wow.
so it's a great
Okay.
job, and I, I feel they have a great culture, and very much like People Inc. of caring and wanting to do the best, and really caring about their employees, caring about the people that they, sell cars to, the People Inc., caring about the people that are supported and their families. So I found it a good transition. It's a great, great company to work for. And I
Oh,
still get to see my People Inc. friends. So
yeah, but that's
that's
good.
good.
And that's still good to see you too.
Yep. And that's the best of all.
Yes. And what are your duties? Because I had this actually kind of popped in my head yesterday.
Yeah.
So, what are your duties and responsibilities as director of community giving and support?
Well, what I do is when somebody comes to West Her asking for support, I get to take a look at what they've asked for, look at their history, look if West Her has supported them in the past, and then make recommendations to the executive team of West Her whether we should support them. I've also been asked to, because of my background in running a human service organization, to help maybe if there's a new CEO or um, the program is small and they don't have a lot of, we were so fortunate at People Inc. to have, a development department and a facilities department and HR. A lot of organizations are small and don't have all those supports. So maybe sometimes to go into those groups and help them a little bit with their organization and how to do more things. I've been fortunate to just meet so many people, and there's so many groups doing such wonderful work in this region. There's no shortage of that. We're really lucky in Western New York to have so many people that care.
That's good. That's a good thing to know.
Yep.
Yeah, I know this. You would definitely like. I always do an inspirational quote on my show, so you would definitely would like this one. So,
Okay.
actually, from a former president of the United States, so
Oh, oh, great. Which one?
Barack Obama.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
I actually love him. So, change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek from our beloved and former African American president, Barack Obama.
Oh, that's beautiful and so true. So true. We can
Well,
do
I
it.
wouldn't say African. I would just say the first African
And
American
and
president. I would just say that the first.
that absolutely wonderful president. I just saw him on the news the other day. He was at the US Open watching tennis. So I was happy he's getting to have a good retirement, right?
Yes, and I
Yeah.
love his wife, Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm actually listening
Yeah.
to. I'm getting into listening to more podcasts. So
You listening to hers?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta get back into reading her book. I actually bought her memoir,
Yeah.
so I have to
Now
get
they're
back into reading that. So,
yeah, they're an inspirational couple, that's for sure.
all right now. Oh, what am I supposed to be? Oh yeah, social media. Duh. Don't forget to use Angela. Oh, okay, what? I'm kind of missing something here. Hold up. I'm missing something here. Oh, duh, my shout out. Sorry. I got that on my board. That's why. All right. I want to make a shout out to myself. I've got my very own podcast, Engelic. I will be renaming it, but for right now, it's called Engelic Podcast. But like I said, I will be renaming it though. Uh, y'all can now go to listen to my podcast either on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, and iHeartRadio. As of right now, yes, it's on iHeartRadio. So please go and take a listen. I would like that. And please subscribe. And there is another shout out that I wanted to put out there that I already told you, Rhonda, that spoiler alert, I am writing a second book. It is called Olivia and the Flying Meatballs. That's the name of it. And it will, and yes, I have to brag about this guy. I'm really, really excited that it is almost done. So
Can you
probably
give us a
by
little
probably by the
give
end of fall, the end of fall. So then I can sell it by winter time. So,
I have a question for you.
oh boy, go ahead. I'm listening.
Olivia and the Flying Meatballs?
Yes.
I'm kind of, this is intriguing. I can't wait to see what Olivia is doing in this one.
Well, I kind of envision. Well, from the beginning, when we mentioned about the second book, and I kind of envision having a food fight in this book. That's why. And we got, meatballs rolling on the floor basically as they're doing the food fight. And we were gonna have like a contest for people to help us come up with like a perfect title. But that didn't work out. So and then Jim that kind of popped in Jim's head about, well, how about Olivia and the Flying Meatballs? And we were like, dude, sitting down just laughing about that title. I said, that is a good one because that is kind of funny.
That is a very catchy title, and it is
Yeah.
intriguing. I can't wait for it to come out.
And I will tell you the theme. I cannot tell you all my details, but I will tell you the theme because it's a little different than the first book. It's actually based on being respectful, manners, and how to be polite to yourself and others.
Yeah, those are great. It's a great theme.
And I figured, the reason why I wanted respect is because I see it myself that people are not being respectful anymore, including kids. They're not respectful either. So
Well, I'm sure it'll teach us all a good lesson. So keep us posted. when it's
You
ready.
know, I will. You know I will. But you can also go to Parkside. My first book is still the #1 bestseller, and it is also at Alice Ever After Books across the street from the zoo. So go over there. The owner name is Megan. She's really nice. You can just go over there and tell her, oh, I'm looking for the Olivia book by Engelic. So go over there and let her know Angelique sent you. All right, now I can read the social media part now. Don't forget to use Angelique Show. You like me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram at Angelique Everett Show. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, Angelique Everett Show. Or go to my website, angeliqueshow.com. I'm your host, Angelique. This has been another episode of Angelique Everett Show. Now, I want to say thanks to my special guest and amazing friend, Rhonda. Thanks, Rhonda.
Thank you, Angelique. It's been my pleasure. What a good time I had. Thank you.
I'm Angelique, and I'm rocking it.